What is up, everybody? We are back with another match reaction. Myself, Mr. Kyle McFarlane, and Mr. Paddy Murphy. Gentlemen, how are we feeling after that one? Kyle, I'll come to you first, my man. Relieved, maybe?
Woo! Definitely relieved. Definitely relieved. Excited for Luis Diaz, man.
Yeah, I mean, it had it all today. I mean, we'll go through it, but it had it all. Paddy, I mean, your initial thoughts after the final whistle, dude?
Football, eh? Jesus Christ, the mixture of emotions. When we conceded that goal, I felt sick to my stomach because I seen any chance of a title going down the Swanee. But my God, did the boys pull it out of the bag? Did Jurgen Klopp's in-game management pull it out of the bag? And yeah, listen, not everything was perfect today, but the result is all that matters right now. And thanks be to Jesus.
Yes, and Godspeed Spurs as well, you know, against Manchester City in what, 20 minutes or so. And look, before we really get stuck into who was good, who wasn't good, all that stuff, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, the OneFootball app. You can download it entirely free with the link in the description below. OneFootball have got everything you need for the season ahead. You've got all your augmented reality features, video content, match stats, fixtures, breaking news stories, everything that you need entirely free. Link in the description. And also, OneFootball are great supporters of fan content, always have been. So shout out to the guys at OneFootball. What the hell happened there? There's Kyle back. I don't know what happened there. There was two videos of Kyle in the bottom there for a sec, but we're back. We're back.
All right, we're good.
Right, Kyle, we'll go team selection first, mate. What did you think when you seen the starting 11 today?
I was so almost happy for Gomez that he was just getting some playing time. That was my first thought. Little surprised to see that our front line, but I was happy to see Luis Diaz get a start. Found out that Bobby had a muscle injury. Little surprise there. Klopp showed no respect to Norwich with that starting lineup. Let's just be frank, in my opinion. I feel like he was like, let's rotate the side. Gomez, you're playing. But honestly, it's good to give him playing time, but he needed those in-game substitutions. And Thiago is just world-class. Game changer. And Alisson Becker with that assist. I'm sure we'll get into that, but good God. Pinpoint accuracy, man. Anyone who says Ederson has better distribution than Alisson is just on crack. That was beautiful.
I mean, don't be giving crack a bad name. Do you know what I mean? Some of us have those mad opinions without the money joking. I agree with Kyle, Paddy. When I seen that 11, I was thinking, yeah, Klopp doesn't rate Norwich here.
Yeah, I mean, the 11 didn't fill me with too much joy. To see Hendo and Ox both starting was a bit, you know, it was a bit, yeah, I still thought it was going to be enough to do the job. But after the first 45 minutes and then their goal, I was, you know, I thank God we were able to impact from the bench is all I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, look, I want to give Joe Gomez a break here because, one, he hasn't played in a while. And as Kyle said, he needed minutes. Two, we didn't really have any other options because Nico Williams was away with Fulham on loan. So I think, yeah, Joe didn't have a great game. But, you know, ultimately it's about getting minutes in his legs and he got it done. But one player, gents, who, if I had hair, I would have been pulling it out and eating it. What the fuck was Oxlade-Chamberlain at, Kyle, today? I mean, I want to try and be fair, but he was awful.
Real quick, before I talk about how he did today, can someone explain to me, was he injured when he went down in the cool down at the Champions League, or was he just getting attention? What was that about? I figured it was a joke. Okay, good. So anyways, dude, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, he's a rhythm guy. He's always been a rhythm guy. But in a game like today, I've been critical of Joe Gomez like this before. When Gomez was in the Carabao Cup match against Norwich way back earlier in the season, when you get these opportunities to play and you haven't been playing, you need to step up and perform. And that's kind of my criticism of Gomez and Ox today. I mean, Ox is going up against midfielders that, in my opinion, shouldn't even be in the same conversation as him. And you're right, he was, I don't know, I don't think he was necessarily great today. But again, it's about getting minutes in these matches. We were able to pull away with it. But I don't know. It's Oxlade-Chamberlain. I mean, what do you expect? He's hot and cold. He'll be good for a couple games and then he's off.
I think, Paddy, I'm getting closer to making. Well, look, I'm at a point now where I'm saying if it's him or Caden in the summer that's going, it's got to be Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Well, I think Kyle's being nice. Ox was fucking shite.
I'm always nice.
He is
God awful.
Fair, Kyle. He's a good
God
guy.
awful. Not good enough anymore. I would never. He wasn't good enough anyway before today. But after today, I'm sick of seeing him in a Liverpool shirt. He's not good enough anymore. He's not at the level required. Ship him off to a bloody Crystal Palace or something like that. That's where he belongs. I don't care. People will be like, oh, that's very harsh. It's not harsh. You have to be realistic. And he's not good enough. Today was awful.
I mean, look, Paddy, normally I nitpick at stuff and I try to protect players a bit, but you're right, he was god awful today. Was caught in possession for Norwich's goal as well. And something, Kyle, that really does my head in is we're our own worst enemies. I use this phrase so often, but we start other teams' counter-attack so often by giving the ball away with a slack pass in the final third. And with our fullbacks usually pushed so high up the pitch, we can be penetrated. And look, they got a bit lucky with the deflection. Nothing that Alisson could have done about that whatsoever. But yeah, it was just a calamity of errors from Oxlade-Chamberlain today, unfortunately.
Yeah, we almost rarely get beaten. We always kind of beat ourselves. In that situation, Alisson had the near post covered. Unlucky deflection off Matip. Matip did what any defender would do. I mean, dude, it just bothers me because when Ox, we all want to see Ox succeed. You give him this chance in the game to, go in, really perform. I mean, really, if there's a team in the Premier League you want Ox to play in and show what he can do, it's Norwich. And, he doesn't necessarily do well. And I'm just always nice to the guys because I'm just going to call out people, and I do this as well. When Ox is playing well, everyone is kind of positive. They're like, all right, Ox, he's shown us what he can do. But then when he plays bad, it's like he's the worst player. We got to sell him, which honestly I kind of agree with. But there's got to be some consistency. There's got to be some consistency. You know what I mean? Like, Ox, if you're going to play well, give us at least a good match every time you come on. You don't have to be great, but be consistent. But I feel like more often than not, he's just non-existent, or like you said, getting caught in possession. Might be time to get rid of him. Might be time.
I think the determinant factor for me, Paddy, is we know where Naby Keita's best position is. We still haven't got a clue all these years later where Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's best position is. And that's after watching him at Liverpool and Arsenal.
People can compare midfielders and say this and say that. In terms of a footballer, Naby Keita is twice the player Ox is, and that's a fact of the matter. We need to stop persisting with these deadwood players, and I'm sick of it. Ox needs to go. He's just not. There's never going to be a world where he's good enough. He's had his chance. He's been blighted by injuries. I'm sorry. It's been a shame for him. He's had great moments for us, but now in big old 2022, he's not what we need anymore. And in terms, like, if you keep Keita all day and you get rid of Ox. But no, I feel like we might feel like we're scapegoating a little bit. Like in that first half, it was very average from pretty much everyone. Nobody was like tearing up trees, but Ox just particularly stuck out as a poor option today.
Now we've done the bad. Let's get on to the good, the fun stuff, Kyle. I mean, let's talk about Sadio Mane, his goal first and foremost, which Henderson was involved in. I want to point that out because Henderson gets a little bit of stick at times, but he was involved very strongly in 2 goals today. Played the ball to Costas, who headed it across. But dude, what a finish!
Yeah, no, Henderson was excellent today. Mane's finish. He's been trying that for a couple games now, and he finally got it to go. Man, Mane, I think he has 9 goals now, and it's still he still produces. As much criticism and as many bad games as he has, he still produces. And we can't forget that. I love the athleticism that Mane brings. Who else on the team is doing bicycle kicks aside from Emre Can back in 2017? Who else is doing bicycle kicks on this team? Okay. You got to love the athleticism. And the fact of the matter is, Origi. It just got the crowd into the match again. It got the team ready. Oh, God. It got everyone pumped up. And that's what you need sometime in games like this.
For you, Paddy, what was your reaction when Sadio just buried that pass gun?
Oh, I was buzzing. I didn't think I'd ever celebrate goals against Norwich as much, but yeah, no, I was buzzing. Especially that, yeah, unreal. Especially the Salah goal. Yeah, great finish by Mane. We've given him a lot. He's been prone to a lot of criticism in the last while. And we seem so ready to sell him, but he delivered today, and he still, even when he doesn't score, he still is lively. I think the reason we have a bit of a conflict with Sadio in our heads is we're comparing him to the prime Sadio that we know and love. So we're so eager to get him back to that. I think that's what we judge him on. But he's still lively today. He was good, and he got that goal, which as Kyle said, not many people pull off that finish. I know it's right in front of the goal, but a lot of people overthink that and wait for it to come down. And great goal.
Absolutely phenomenal. And as Paddy touched on, we started, Kyle, fair play to Klopp today because the changes again really did stem the flow and change the game.
Klopp is looking like more of a genius than we thought he could be in the last 2 matches. The substitutions, the depth have been crucial to getting these results. And today, perfect, more evidence of that. Thiago, man. God, he's special, isn't he? That guy is something different in the midfield. But also, I said it before, but hey, we got to give Hendo credit today, too. Hendo's not usually a forward guy. He's kind of a side-to-side tempo guy, but today he was creating. And that's what I like to see from Hendo. I want to see more of that from Hendo.
So, Paddy, Alisson picks up the ball, has a little look, thinking about going out left. Nah, ping it long, route one. Mohamed Salah's touch. Woo, woo, what a finish.
Alisson Becker. He saves, he assists, he scores. Bring me another keeper in world football that offers that. The man is a joke. We are so lucky to have him. An absolute bargain for the 75 million or whatever we spent on him. I love the man so much. Let him get home tonight, slap on some beautiful Brazilian meat on the barbecue, and let his missus slap his Brazilian meat in her barbecue.
Ooh. There you go. Was that off the dome, or did you prep?
It was off the dome.
Nice. He's always thinking dirty thoughts, Kyle. He's a filthy, filthy man.
Oh God,
I'm a filthy animal.
It's a talent.
The control, Kyle, from Mo was exceptional, but I wondered, did it drag him a bit out of the way? But my God, he just wrong-footed everybody with the finish. Beautiful.
Oh my, he wrong-footed me. When he stops at the 18-yard line, and I'm like, what's he going to do here? Is he going to lay it off to Diaz or whoever is doing the overlap? He's like, I'm going to finish this with the right foot, and just to rub it in your face, I'm going to roll it into the goal. I'm not even going to kick it. I'm just going to roll it into the goal. The composure of this man is unbelievable. But that entire sequence, man, Alisson, pinpoint. I can't explain to people. Everyone knows how difficult that is. How difficult. That's an 80-yard kick. Pinpoint accuracy. It's unreal.
It was phenomenal. And then, Paddy, to finish it all off, just when we thought we'd seen everything, Hendo picks the ball up, spots the run of a certain Colombian across the Norwich backline, slips it into him. I'll let you talk for the rest, dude.
Goal de Luis Diaz for Liverpool. Oh, man, I have never been so excited and happy to see a goal. We said it in the show yesterday. We're itching for that Diaz goal, and he got his bloody goal. A lovely, delicate, dinked finish over Norwich, and the history of a Liverpool scoring Luis against Norwich. C'est magnifique. Oh, I loved it. I loved every second.
Yeah, it was a composed finish, Kyle. Let us know exactly what we're in for with this dude.
Unbelievable. Left foot, chip. Come on. First goal for the club. You can't ask for anything more. It was coming, too, because he's been trying. He tried a few times today with a little curler, far post. Couldn't get it. Love the chip. Love the chip. In front of the cop, nonetheless. Come on.
Do you know what, gents? I actually forgot we're playing Leeds midweek until last night when I was looking through the fixtures. I completely forgot about that game midweek. So, yeah, that makes
that's the game in hand as well.
Yeah, so that makes today's substitute or today's changes a bit more clear. Can I ask, does anybody know what the hell's going on with Jones?
No. I just don't think he's
not been in.
He's just not in the pecking order. Like, he's just falling down. I you know what I mean? I hope there's nothing going on under the behind the scenes, but I just think in terms of the midfield hierarchy, he's just falling out. Although I'd have him ahead of Ox, 100%.
So would I, in fairness. But do you know what, though? Again there today, gents, I fell in love with Origi all over again, Kyle. When he came on, just the smile, just the little fleet of footwork on the left-hand side. Yeah, I'm all, look, I keep writing him off in my head, and then I keep falling in love with him again every time he takes to a pitch.
Yeah, I just get excited seeing him come on. I mean, when was the last time we saw Origi? Like, when was the last time we saw him? Like,
honestly, was it Wolves?
It was a long time. He comes on, like you said, immediately makes the match better. I was hoping he'd score, of course. I think everyone was. He had a nice little rip, but again, Divock Origi, man, I can't think of the words for Divock Origi. He's a legend, I know that, but it's just the epitome of like a fans player, like Divock Origi. Doesn't get much playing time.
Cult hero.
Yeah, just a man. I love Divock.
It's good that it worked out today, Paddy, for Klopp. You know, got a chance to rest Trent. We'll have him back midweek. You expect Robbo back in. How did you find Costas today, actually, Paddy?
I thought first half he was a bit suspect. He wasn't like the best, but you know, it's to be expected. The man doesn't play. You know, he comes in, he's coming in cold. You know, I thought he was okay though. He done well, decent enough in the second half. But listen, it's our backup left back. You know, he's a solid backup left back. When we have Robbo, it's a testament to Robbo's turnaround this year, though, because I was calling for him to be dropped at one stage, and now I can't wait to see him back in. But you know, this game against Leeds midweek is huge. It's our game in hand. It's psychologically massive, and I'm sitting here watching the coverage of the City thing game in the background, and my toxic trait is convincing myself these Spurs cunts are I'm getting the win.
Sorry, Paddy, I say cunt on here quite a bit.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know. It's Kyle's American. They'd hate that word. Sorry.
Right, couple of super chats here. Let me just get through these. Imagine thinking Salah's not the best in the world. He's absolutely phenomenal. And come on, you Spurs, actually echo those. On Tsimikas, Kyle, I think he's really good going forward, but he can be a little bit too eager at times to get forward. And sometimes we get caught out. And if he can step up and win the ball high up the pitch, it's fantastic. But if he doesn't and he misses it, then, you know, they're in behind us. So there's a little bit of a worry. But Paddy made a fair point. He hasn't had enough game time to really get into a rhythm.
Yeah, sure. But those same criticisms we can say for Trent. I think Tsimikas is a great backup. Like we were talking, Paddy, last time, there was a point of the season where he was in great form, very consistent. We were calling for him to maybe challenge Robertson for the starting spot. But again, he's just not quite at that level. Robertson does the defensive work. He's sprinting constantly all game, and he doesn't really lose the ball too often. Where Tsimikas, I think you can attribute this to not enough game time, like you said. I think it's more of a rhythm thing. He's got to be at the pace of the game. You don't really exactly get that in training. But again, I like Tsimikas. Or Tsimikas, however you want to say it. Probably get shit in the comments for that, whatever. But he's just a Greek freak. He's my man.
The Greek freak. I like that. In a complimentary way, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Who we expected in midfield, Paddy, midweek against Leeds? Who would you like to see in there?
I hope it's Fabinho, Thiago, and Keita. That's exactly what I want to see.
There's got to be a shot for Hendo.
Or maybe Henderson. Maybe Henderson for Keita. But once Thiago and Fabinho are two of the three, I'm happy enough.
Yeah, I think for Leeds, Henderson will be a good fit, Kyle. I think, you know, that work rate that we need from Henderson against Leeds, who will be really busy, really, really energetic.
Oh, yeah, and especially with how open they play, you do want a guy that's going to cover a lot of ground. I think a Keita or Hendo is a good shout, either or. I think I'd go for Hendo, honestly.
I think these days, two of the three are automatic in Thiago and Hendo, or and Fabinho, sorry. Then the third spot is a toss-up between... Actually, do you know what? Would you play Harvey to expel the ghosts of the first game against Leeds?
Oh,
maybe for a mentality thing, or would you do the opposite? Because that's going to be something they'll think about. That's something they're going to be thinking about, you know?
Yeah,
Paddy with the psychological warfare. Yeah, I like it.
He'll have his League Cup final team in mind as well, obviously. You'd imagine he'd want to keep any of them fresh as he can.
Can we get a word on El Magico, Thiago?
I love the man. I fucking love
him.
I don't understand any of these people that say he's overrated or we've wasted money on him. He's phenomenal.
They don't have a clue. But who'd have thought, right? You take off a bang average midfielder in Ox and bring on a world class one, and it makes a difference. Mad. There you go. Yeah, absolutely, Geyser. Fact. What a player. We're so lucky to have him. And this Man City Spurs game I'm watching like it's a Liverpool game. I'm a Spurs fan for the next 90 minutes. If they can somehow get something, it's not out of the realms of possibility. I know they've been shit the last 3 games, but you never know. It's Conte in a big game. Oh, please.
Look, I'm with you. You never know. You never know. But there's a very high chance that Tottenham get waxed today.
Yeah.
I mean, you lose to Wolves? I mean, look, it's a big game. I want Tottenham to win, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I just need I do need them to step up, though. I need them. We all need
money on them. You have money on them?
No, I don't. I
mean, there's not even money on Spurs. No. That's one place money's never gone on, Paddy.
Listen. They're playing their big Juventus boys, Bentancur and Kulusevski, the Swedish Zlatan, even though Zlatan's, blah, blah, blah. It's unless I just hope they don't concede for the first half. Then I'm going to believe.
Yeah, I believe that Harry Kane will get a penalty or something might happen. Look at that league table, Paddy. It's not looking too shabby there now. I mean, we're on same amount of games right now. Obviously, they will have a game in hand after, or they will, play the game more after this game at 5:30. But I'm not daring to let myself believe yet, lads. I don't even know if I'll watch it or not. I probably will, but I think I'll have half an eye on the game because I'll get too emotionally invested on actually believing Spurs might do something.
But that's the thing, because we have our game in hand in the week. If they can drop points here, it just ties up so magnificently. Oh, please. And we will. But if Spurs win and then we win in midweek, it's 3 points. I know it's a lot of if, buts, and maybes and absolutes, but please.
Just think about it, though. Think about how much pressure it puts on City, given the fact they were 12 points up at one point. Even if they say they draw today and then we win the game in hand, what is that? That makes it what?
5?
5?
No, 4.
4.
4 points.
It's not a big gap.
That's
really not a big gap.
If we win the game in hand.
If we win the game in hand, which
and then you play them with 6 games to go, and you basically hope we stay perfect and they drop points again. We only need them to drop. We only need them to drop 2. We need them to get 2 more draws or 1 loss, and then we beat them. We need to beat them no matter what, though. Yeah. Game's kicked off, by the way.
They have They have Spurs today. Then they've got United, and they have another difficult game in there as well, if my memory is right.
Well, Everton.
Okay, fair enough. They lost today, didn't they?
Don't count out Everton. They got Dele Alli now.
So did Stevie. So did Villa. They lost 1-0 to Watford. That's not good for Villa and Stevie.
No, it's not. I want to thank you for the super chat, mate. Much love right back to you over there in Australia. God, yeah, it's mad. It's so mad, isn't it, Kyle? You do watch-alongs and streams as well. It's so mad where people tune in from around the world, mate, that this club brings us all together.
It's insane, the worldwide connection, man. You got people from Malaysia. You got people from, like, Uzbekistan, Nepal. It's insane. I love it. I absolutely love it. Never in a million years I thought when I started doing the channel, you'd be talking to people from halfway around the world, different time zones, people who are up at 3 a.m. watching the game before work. It's like, wow. The dedication, that's pure love. You don't get me up at 3 a.m. for anything. And these people are up watching their team. I love it. I love it.
Paddy, be honest. When we went 1-0 down, were you nervous? And there is the link to Kyle's channel, by the way. Please do go over, sub to our friends at Nothing But Reds. Link will also be in the description. Paddy, were you nervous when we went 1-0 down?
My stomach was doing knots. I was shitting myself. Yeah, I really was. I'm not surprised Norwich went 1-0 up because I watched them against City and they were really in the ascendancy for like 20 minutes. Like they've looked way better under Dean Smith than the traditional Daniel Farke Norwich. But thankfully we got the finger out. But Jesus Christ, for a few minutes there, I was seeing that any like if you draw to Norwich or lose to Norwich, the title is finito. Any little lingering chance would have been gone. So we've kept the dream alive.
I just want to let me just real quick. Norwich are in a horrific squad. Okay, they're playing better under Dean Smith. I'll agree to that, but they are a horrible squad. And there was a point in today's game where I was like, "Are we gonna struggle to draw this game?" Like,
yeah,
it just blows my mind. I know we won, but it just blew my mind for a second. Crazy.
Work at 6.
That's dedication, my man. Wow.
Respect, man.
That's brilliant. Well played. It's we turned around quickly though, gents. That's one thing I will say. From going 1-0 down, I think within 6-7, we turned it around. Between the 2 goals we scored, I think it was less than 5 minutes anyway.
It makes you wonder why we could have done that before we conceded. But listen, we done it when we needed to, I suppose. And people would be like, it's so funny. Like we were 1-0 down, and I done put up a video, and then I was getting bantered, and then I put up a video of me celebrating. We went 2-1 up, and then it's like, oh, it's only Norwich. You're like, you're never happy. I
piss you off. It's like they're always looking for something. Always.
I know.
You can see it straight away. We concede, and I immediately look down to the viewer numbers, and they shoot up by about 500, 600, 700 because everybody's coming in to pile on. And then when we equalise, you can see them going the other way. It is I don't even look at the chat anymore, Kyle, when we concede because I know what's coming, and I'm too easily triggered, so I don't look at it.
Oh, dude, I have the filter on now. I just like hold potentially inappropriate I'm just like, I can't deal with it. I don't have the time. I'm watching the game. The last thing I want to do is look at the chat and just see someone coming in trolling. I'm just like, shut up. You support Norwich. You're going down. Enjoy the championship.
It's not even the Norwich fans, really, to me, Paddy. It's usually the Manchester City fucking fly-by-night fake farewell.
Spurs are true. Son is true. Go on. Yes! 1-0 Spurs! 1-0 Spurs! Go! Oh, no. Yes!
Are you fucking with me? He's fucking with us.
Kulusevski! Hang on. I'm looking at it here now as well. I've just turned it on.
Come on!
Let's watch the replay.
Is he on? Is he on?
There's no flag anyway. Let's have a look here. All right, here's the replay. Spurs worked it across left-hand side. Ball through. He's on. 100% on.
Yes!
Come on!
Son goes
Come
through.
on, you Spurs!
He squares it, and there it is. Boom. Nothing wrong with that goal. That'll stand.
Maybe I should have put money
I don't
on
care.
Spurs.
I don't care if it's only going to last a little bit. We have hope.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. Through the legs as well. Look, we're going to call it a day there because I got to go watch this game.
I'm watching it now, yeah.
Massive thank you to a very happy Mr. Paddy Murphy. Massive thank you to Kyle. Don't forget to go over and sub to Nothing But Reds. Thank you to our sponsors as well. The One Football app, where if you download and go onto it right now, you will see that it is Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. So thank you to One Football as well. Paddy, Kyle, go enjoy your Saturday, fellas. Appreciate your support as always, gents, in the chat as well. Thank you, everybody who came across. Drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you midweek. I will be back with Paddy and Chris tomorrow night. Take care.